Hey. Hello, hello, hello. Hey there. Hey there. How you doing? Thank you. Oh gosh. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, so thank y'all so much. You know what? Thank you. I'm gonna do that right now. So I am let me see. Daily dish with dimples starting 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Okay. All right. Hey, okay. Going on in 2 minutes. Hello, hello, hello. I am so excited that you all are here. Super, super excited. The Daily Dish with Dimples is going to be starting in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Bear? Listen, you all. This is going to be a phenomenal show. It's exciting. This is your first ever edition of the Daily Dish with Dimples. Thank you all for being here. Hey, listen. Just a couple of ground rules. We're going to be starting promptly at 2. Listen, at all times, we're always going to have good morning. We're always going to have respect for each other, respect for people's opinion, and so forth. Everyone has a different perspective. Everyone has a different take. But I am totally, totally, totally excited to welcome you all to the first edition of the Daily with Dish with Dimples. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. So listen, y'all, we're going to get started in about 1 minute. About 1 minute, we're going to get started. How's everyone doing? How was your weekend? Hello, Chrissy. Hello. Hello, hello. Thank y'all for being here. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello. Thank you. Thank you so much. You all, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here. I'm excited about today. I'm excited about our guests. I'm excited about our topics. I am excited, period, 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 period. Thank you so much for being here. So listen, as I was saying, we want to have respect for everyone that's here, the perspectives and so forth. So, hey, y'all, we're going to get started. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for being here, y'all. This is the first edition of the Daily Dish with Dimples. That's the triple D. The triple D is all right here. Thank you. I just want to welcome you all. Thank you for taking the time to be here. Like, this is a choice. And for you to choose to be here means a whole lot from me. Thank you in advance for the gifts. Thank you for your presence. Listen, you all, this is the Daily Dish with Dimples. What I'm here to do is really, since we're always here, but we don't want to admit it, we got a little addiction, but we're here. And while we're here, we want to know what's going on in the outside world. So what the Daily Dish with Dimples does, it brings what's going on the outside to the inside. Okay, so we can kind of get caught up and understand what's going on in the world since we have such a great time here, right? So listen, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm excited because we have great guests and we have great topics. So look forward to hearing about, hey, Phaedra Parks. Y'all know that she's a well-known housewife. We're going to talk to her, really, really talk about her coming back. Like, she's coming back for season 2. And we want to talk a little about her, but we also definitely want to talk about who was hot this weekend. Y'all know who was hot? That will be none other but Kim Kardashian, okay? She showed up to kill Saturday Night Live. And guess who was in tow? Kanye West. Y'all know he don't ever go too far. So listen, let's talk about Phaedra, right? Yo, Phaedra Parks, I want to know from you all here, who is a Housewives fan? Who is it? Who watches the Housewives? Who is the Housewives fans? And if so, okay, Phaedra is one. So that would be at yes, not me. Okay. It's not for someone, it's not for everyone, but it is one of the most well liked shows, okay, that are around. Yes. So now Phaedra. So listen, y'all, what's exciting about Phaedra is that she's actually coming back. She's actually coming back for another season. And now this is what was really interesting. She's coming back for another season of Housewives. Now, you mind you, she's been on for 7 years, okay? 7 years just being on the show, right? So she's developed a following and so forth. So yeah, that's Phaedra Parks, right? So the interesting thing about Phaedra, right? Phaedra just said recently that of all the years, of the 7 years that she's actually been on the Housewives, she's never let her kids watch an episode, right? Yeah. So if y'all remember, she was actually, her ex-husband is Apollo Nita. Now, y'all remember Apollo went, if you don't know, Apollo actually went to jail. He went to jail for some racketeering or some other things, but she has 2 boys by him. One is 11, and the other one is 8. His name is Dylan. But okay, they had the kids together. But what she said in a recent report was, I'm not letting my kids watch The Real Housewives. And what she said was, hey, I don't think it was created for kids. Hey, and it's for children. So she's like, her quote was, I don't think it was created. I don't think it was created for children. So I don't know if any responsible parent allows their child to watch those types of shows. Okay, now, mind you, Phaedra Parks is a successful attorney. She's a very successful attorney. Now, is she really saying that she doesn't want her kids to watch it because she's not proud of it? Was she too excited? Was it risque? Like, what is the real reason behind that? Now, what she said was, okay, now her kids may not watch it, but then she said, hey, all right, well, maybe high schoolers. Let's raise the bar, right? Let's raise the bar in terms of who's going to be able to watch it. All right. So she said, no, not my kids. So listen, I said, well, what? I kind of want to talk about this. Listen, one of the reasons why we have guests is because, hey, we can weigh in on what these celebrities are doing. Hey, we don't get a chance to say, what is our take? What's our perspective? What do we think? We watch them enough. Maybe they can take our opinion. So one of the awesome things about this show here is that we get an opportunity to meet new guests. We get an opportunity to really take the time and see what their thoughts are, okay? And I am so very, very, very excited. It is my pleasure to really introduce the first guest who's going to give us this take, all right? This take on, hey, Phaedra and her kids. Is she right? I want to have a conversation about it, right? What do you think? Is she right to not have her kids see the show? Or could that be the pot calling kettle black? You know what I mean? Like, if it's good for TV, why not for your kids? But so listen, to get their first take on it, I really want to ask a phenomenal individual that is here as our first guest. I totally want to ask her to request the guest box really quickly so that we can be able to have this discussion, because it could indeed be a juicy one. All right. So you all, my first guest is none other than Smurfy. Yay! Yes.
The Daily Dish.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Dish with Dimples. It's called the Triple D for a reason. The Triple D for a reason. Listen, we have our first guest, Smurfy. We're going to get what Smurfy weighs in on this, okay? Smurfy, thank you so much, one, for being here. Thank you so much for just taking the time. Hey, I kind of want to get an idea of what your thoughts are. Like, do you agree? Okay. Do you agree that she shouldn't let her kids watch it? Do you think that, hey, it couldn't be too bad? What you think?
I don't think Phaedra should be coming back, for one.
Okay.
Because she lied. about Candy and Portia. So
Okay.
let me start there. She lied, and she lied to a point which could have detrimentally affected Candy's business. I'm so invested in Housewives, FYI. I watched them all. Atlanta is my favorite. But she lied, and she lied in a really, really horrific way about what she said that Candy and her husband were allegedly going to do to Portia. And she lied, and she admitted she lied on the show, on the reunion show. She admitted it. So she lied about allegedly Candy was going to drug and rape Portia. So I don't think she should be allowed to come back to the show, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
And she was a favorite. She was one of my favorites. However, when the whole stuff happened with Apollo and the whole stuff happened with what she done to Candy, it kind of made me see her differently. And I think the jealousy of being on the show kind of consumed her. And she changed as a person. And then she just got all caught up in this like horrific mess that she got caught up in. So I don't think she should be on the show for one. However, it's not my decision. They didn't ask me, unfortunately. But do I think children should be allowed to watch the show? How old are our children again? 10 and
11 and 8.
I don't think they should watch the show. I mean, they could maybe watch the dates when they change it to a daytime version and they cut a lot of stuff out. But there is some stuff in there that the conversations that I had between the women, the language that's used is probably not PC enough for children. But I don't think, me too, lips. I don't think that it's your choice as a parent. I wouldn't knock someone else if they were allowing their children to see it.
Okay.
I suppose you could look at the streaming world. Like, would you be happy if your children watched you stream? Each to their own. It's entirely your decision as a parent.
What an awesome parallel, though, because you figure there's a lot of streamers that are on and their kids be home. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know what I mean? What are they allowing them to have access with or access to? And even the conversations. And if their audio is up, then you may have foul language. You may have cursing. You may have language that's not really appropriate for kids. So I like that. Now, listen, thank you so much for that. Let me ask you this. Now, what if her kids were older? Like, just say if they were teenagers, hypothetically, let's flip the script. If they were teenagers from 13 to 17, do you think that would be more of appropriate from 13 to 17? Would that be more appropriate to allow your kids to watch?
I don't know. There was a stripper on the last one because they've invited him to. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know the answer. I suppose would like if I was to think about if I was on the show, would I be happy with my son seeing it? I wouldn't have an issue with it.
Got you.
But would I want my son to maybe see some of the stuff the other women are doing and then having dinner with them at the weekend? I don't know, because that episode was bananas. It was
my goodness.
Like, so some of it, and I feel like as it's going on, each year is getting a little bit different in terms of what they're showing and what they're allowing and all that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't knock anyone if they allowed their children to watch it. But I think the difference is, and this is what doesn't sit well with me and Phaedra, is she says it in a way to maybe have a dig at the other women that do allow their children to watch it, rather than just accepting that her personal preference is she doesn't want her children to watch it. And it comes back to that judgment.
Okay.
So just because you think something doesn't mean that someone else that's doing that is wrong. Like, if you wanted your children to watch your stream, but I don't want my children to watch my stream, neither one of us is wrong. If she does it to throw shade.
Okay, so there's a difference. So basically there's a difference. You know what I mean? Like, do what you're going to do, but be respectful to other women. Be respectful to your other companions. Right. And that's one of the reasons, like, you're like, hey, I don't even know if I want her back because she's a liar. Like,
I don't want her back. I'm disgusted that she's been allowed back. I don't think she should be allowed back with what she done.
Listen, you all, right now, you all, happy Monday. Thank you so much for being here. Listen, welcome to the Daily Dish with Dimples. The Triple D is now in effect. We currently have Smurfy. Listen, Smurfy is giving her take. On Phaedra. So Phaedra said, hey, I've been on for 7 episodes, but guess what? I'm not going to let my kids watch this show, because she had 2 kids with Apollo. So we're getting Smurfy's take on, should those kids be allowed to watch and should they not? So thank you for sharing that. But let's talk about her. I mean, like, are we going to continue to follow her? Would you watch Smurfy? If she came on, would you continue to watch her?
I'm going to watch it because I'm hoping that Candy beats her ass. But
Oh, that's
I would probably only watch it now in the hope that she would get her karma, because of what, like, the severity of what she done was disgusting. I'm really genuinely shocked. I didn't even know that she was coming back. I'm genuinely shocked that she's allowed back because of what she done.
awesome. Okay. Well, that's understandable. But you know what? Reality TV, it's funny that it's reality TV. And I love how it's a connection between us as streamers. You know, we're watching, and then we're also, this is our live reality TV. And
would you allow your children to go and watch some of the virtual strip clubs on Mimi? I'm just saying.
that is a great, great, great question. Listen, oh my goodness. Smurfy, listen, thank you for taking the time out just to get, no, for real. Listen, for real, the time out, because you're a fan of the Housewives. You know what I mean? Like, you're that's involved. You know them. So it's so cool to get your take on it, because you got something invested. You got something invested.
I'm invested. But yeah, bring Nene back. Bring anyone back apart from Phaedra. But I presume they're doing it for ratings because of the scandal that happened. And she is a single mum now, so do what you need to do to feed your babies.
Okay. Well, big shout out to you for, even though you may not agree with what she's done, but to still give her those blessings as a whole woman. Thank you. Smurfy, thank you for being here. Just tell us a little bit about you. Tell us what you're working on. Tell us what shows that you may be doing. Just tell us a little bit. Tell us what you want us to know about you, Smurfy.
So I am in the UK. I think the one thing I want to always say is I can't always make everyone shows or streams because of the time difference, which really upsets me, because I love so many people that are in America. So I really just need to move there ultimately. But at the moment I can't. But yeah, I have my show Biz Smarts with Smurfy, which is 4 p.m. Eastern every Saturday. It's a feature show on the app, which I absolutely love. And then I have my Halloween auction on the 30th of October. I think I've got 36 people in total. We've got a costume contest, so it's going to be super, super fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And then I have my quiz night on a Monday, my topic streams on a Wednesday. We have music on a Friday, and I do Soul Sundays. I've always got something going on. But Biz Smarts is my biggest sort of step out there in terms of having a feature show, which I love. I'm so excited.
Oh my goodness. Tell us about your baby. Tell us a little bit more about your baby. Like, tell us about your baby that what you gave birth to.
Oh, what, my actual son or my baby in terms of my show?
You know what? I would love to hear about both. Can you share a little bit about both?
So I have a 17-year-old, soon to be 18-year-old. He'll be 18 in April. I've been a single mum for pretty much his whole life. So my work is very important to me. I have a career, which I love, which is hence why Biz Smarts was born as well, because it feeds really well into my career. But yeah, my son, you will often hear me calling him, or maybe putting myself on mute when I'm streaming, or texting him to tell him to be quiet. I just had a conversation before I came on here to say you better not talk for the next hour. But no, he's a wonderful, wonderful human being. I'm very blessed. He's a great kid.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Listen, y'all, I'm finding out new things. Smurfy, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. And your other baby?
And my other baby is Biz Smart. So this week Lips was on it, and so was I Work Hard. So that was episode 6, but it was the first feature show. So we've got another 8 episodes into November and the beginning of December, and then it will be decided if we get to do another round, another series. But I'm loving it. I'm learning, so even though I've got over 20 years experience in corporate, I'm still learning so much, and hearing everyone's entrepreneurial stories. And I know them all as streamers, but I don't know them as, you know, entrepreneurs or people that, you know, have their own business and work hard. So getting to know that side of them and that insight, and we're all learning with them. So the information that they share and the journeys they've been on is really inspirational to people, and people that come to the stream, so they enjoy it so much because they're learning, and it's sparked a few things in some people about starting their own businesses and really giving them that push to start it. So yeah, I love it. I love the show. It's super fun.
Oh my, isn't it so nice? Congratulations on your recent success. Congratulations on the success that's coming, because success continues to leave clues. So leave those clues, leave those clues. I'm super excited about what you're doing. Like, hey, y'all make sure, one, that you fave Smurfy. Smurfy, when she says she has 36 contestants, I don't know, that's mind blowing. Okay. Like, it's really mind blowing, but she is all about the details. Make sure you fave Smurfy and go and visit, because those events are successful, they're fun, they're informational, and guess what? we need her here. Okay, so we need her here. So congratulations to your recent, like your recent feature show. I cannot wait to be there. Listen, you all, make sure you fave Smurfy, thank you so much for being here. God bless you. I appreciate you. I'm excited to see everything's in store for you. God bless. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Smurfy, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. Listen, y'all, happy Monday. Listen, you have just, Smurfy is our first guest of the Daily Dish with Dimple, the Triple D, the Triple D. Now, listen, we talked about Phaedra Parks, about how she's kind of coming back to the Housewives, okay, of Atlanta. So we're excited about that. Now, also, listen, you all, the Daily with Dimples, because we're here all the time, this is an absolute opportunity for us, for me to, since we're here all the time, right? So since we're here, we're going to bring what's going on from the outside. We're going to bring it on the inside, okay? Because while we're here, we want to kind of know what's going on. We want to know what's going on in the world. So happy Monday. Get settled with Triple D, the Daily Dish with Dimples, okay? So listen, y'all, the Daily Dish is going to bring the dish. It's going to bring the dish, okay? So listen, what we're going to do is have another topic. In the meantime, we're going to talk about some dish, right? So listen, y'all, do y'all know, check this out, the outside to the inside. Hey, y'all, do you know, now, William Shatner, is everyone, like, do we all know who William Shatner is? Y'all know who William Shatner is? If everyone knows who William Shatner is, yes. Well, check this out. William Shatner, post today, was going to be the oldest person, 90 years old. Captain Kirk was set to be the oldest person to go into space. Now, Captain Kirk didn't make it. Now, listen, William Shatner, 90, he was become the oldest person ever to visit space. But guess what, y'all? It was delayed. It was delayed because of wind, okay? It was delayed because of wind. So right now, yes. And guess what? We can't have Captain Kirk go up to no one's space without being ready. All right. So Captain Kirk is going to be delayed for 24 hours. There's a lot of winds and so forth. So we want to make sure that it was actually bad weather. So it was bad weather, but his liftoff is set to be on October 13th instead. So we'll check back and see how he's doing and so forth. All right. And see if he was able to really make that historic moment. Now, as we know, he was framed for being Captain Kirk in the original Star Trek series. And I'm telling you, you have, what do they call them? Techies? It's a Trekkie. It's Star Trek. It's Star Trekkies. Okay. So we have a lot of Trekkies that want to make sure we keep him safe. Okay. Now they said that he was actually set to fly 62 kilometers into the sky and experience 4 minutes of weightlessness. So we definitely want to make sure that we keep our guys safe. We want to keep them safe. So listen, what's cool about that is that, hey, we got some more things. I want to talk about, listen, these celebrities, y'all know celebrities be knowing each other before we know them. But who are some celebrities that actually knew each other, which is cool because you'll be surprised at some of the relationships. You all, if you are here just for the first time, welcome. If you're here for the second, third, fourth time, welcome back. This is the Daily with Dimples. Just bring you some dish, okay? So you can kind of know what's going on the outside. What's cool is we got some people that knew each other. Okay, we wonder why their relationships on the air were so tight or so cool. So listen, did y'all know that Cameron Diaz and Snoop Doggy Dogg, they went to school together? Yes. Yeah, they went to a school called Long Beach Polytechnic School. Yes. So yeah, him and Cameron Diaz. So, and if everyone don't know, Cameron Diaz is played a slew of shows. Something About Mary being one of my favorites. So if you haven't seen Something About Mary, definitely want to check it out. So listen, yes, he always has a new show going on. Now listen, y'all want to know who else knew each other? We got Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke. If y'all don't know Winston Duke's name, that was M'Baku from Black Panther. Yes. Though, and Lupita Nyong'o won an Oscar for 12 Years a Slave. It was, okay. So you have two a successful African American actor and actress, right? They appeared in Black Panther, but did they know each other before? Yes. And guess what? Y'all want to know where they met? They met at Yale. Yep. Yep. They actually attended Yale together. They attended Yale. And listen, Lupita actually gave him his first tour. So, it's the celebrities and so forth. Sometimes they know each other. Sometimes they're like, yes, totally fun facts. Yes. Some people have chemistry. You're like, wow, I didn't get that chemistry. I didn't see that chemistry. But yeah, there's a lot that actually have a lot of chemistry because you've seen them on stage together. Now, another one who actually knew each other as well, you have Taraji P. Henson and Anthony Anderson. Yep. They actually matriculated at Howard University together. So that's kind of cool because you never know who's making that connection with each other and so forth. So that's another duo that's actually been able to just have some, know each other before coming on, right? They know each other before coming on. And sometimes we just wonder, how is it that they're so connected, right? So that's what I love about life, right? You never know what paths are going to cross. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know when your time is and how you kind of how that works out. So listen, what I would like to do is just thank you all for coming here. If you are new, this is the Daily Dish with Dimples. I'm excited that you're here. Happy Monday. Hey, listen, I definitely want to be able to talk about our next topic, right? Now, listen, this show is really about bringing us on the outside to the inside, right? So that's the dish. Triple D is what we call it, all right? So listen, the really cool thing is, I'm not sure what you all were doing on Saturday, but we know what Kim Kardashian was doing, okay? So listen, y'all, Kim Kardashian, did anyone watch Saturday Night Live this Saturday? By a show of hands. Did anyone? Hey, okay. Did anyone else possibly see Saturday Night Live? Because it was amazing. Okay, so guess who appeared? You got Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian appeared. Yes. She did a monologue. She was there. She was exciting. But guess what? Kim wasn't by herself. Do y'all know who Kim came in there with? Do y'all know who Kim came in there with? Do y'all okay? We got Kanye as a guest. Who else? Who else do y'all think? Hey, who else would Kim? Who did she come with? Who did she roll out of her hotel room that morning? Okay? Out of the hotel room. Well, guess what? Yo, Kim came through and opened up Saturday Night Live with soon to be divorcee Kanye West. Now listen, when she came out on Saturday, she came out that hotel room with her little cute puffy pink jacket and everything, looking all good. Guess who was behind her? Yup, Kanye West. So listen, if y'all don't know, Kim and Kanye they're actually in the middle of a divorce. Yeah, you got a divorce that happened. Do y'all know? Do y'all really know that her and him are in the middle of a divorce? Like, was everyone, if we're not like under the rock, which guess what? Okay. Yes. Okay. So y'all, they are in the middle of a divorce. And you know what? A kind of hefty one, but it seems to be pretty peaceful, right? But listen, she comes out. Listen, this is one of the ones that's on the West Coast that's been in a lot of frenzy, right? Like, no one has seen any public displays of affection with them, right? No one has seen any PDA from them, but the fact that they continue to step out publicly is like really great for, I guess it's great for their relationships. Now, you got to ask yourself the question. Do you think that they're doing this for like they love each other? Or do you think they're doing this for like, hey, I want to like be able to get all the support if I have Kanye with me, if I have him in the background? So I'm just wondering, what is this about? Are they saving face? Like, what's going on? Because they actually, I don't think there was I'm not sure if there was a prenup with them or not. I have to double check, but are they really getting a divorce? I'm like, they have 4 kids. It's like north, east, west, and south. Excuse me, it was a joke. But no, they have like four kids together, and four beautiful kids, and they seem to be very amicable and like their divorce. It hasn't been as like high on the perimeter, but I'm wondering, is this the opportunity for like an op? Or is this really something that they want to like, rekindle? And you know what I mean? Like, are we being like bamboozled, led astray, run amok, a whole Malcolm X type time? Is that happening? So listen, I kind of want to talk about that. All right. If my next guest could please send a request to the guest box, because I kind of want to talk about this. I really, really want to talk about this. Because you know what? We watch them. You know what I mean? We want to say, hey, is this live or is Memorex? Is this something that you are doing? Yes. Does this keep you current? I don't know. Well, guess what? She not only because the possibility of keeping them current, but is it keeping them together? You know what I mean? Is it really keeping them together? I'm not sure. But I'd like to know if Chris Chronic, are you there? And if you are indeed there, thank you. Can you please request the guest box? Because I want to get your take on this. I kind of want to know what's going on, what's your thoughts on, because I'm not trying to be bamboozled. I'm not trying to be run amok, led astray. If you can request the guest box, that'd be so cool. Okay, that's okay. You can just request the guest box. It definitely happens. And you can just hit that button right down below. And I will bring you right on in. Awesome. Hello. Happy Monday to you. I am amazing. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Smurfy. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Hey, listen, you all. Listen. Happy Monday. Listen, you all. You are watching the Daily Dish with Dimples, the Triple D. I am so super excited. If you are new here, thank you for coming. If you are back, welcome home. Welcome home. Listen, we have Chronic Chris here because I want to hear about what he thinks. I want to hear about what he thinks about Kanye West, and Kim Kardashian. Are they here for the clout together? Are they here for love? Like, she was seen spotted at like Saturday Night Live. He walked out right behind her in her hotel room where she had this beautiful vintage, gotta be something, you know what I mean, like sporting that she was rocking, leaving the hotel. What do you think, Chris? Do you think they're doing it for like clout? Do you think they're getting back together? Like, what's your take on that?
I don't know. I always felt like they were kind of just together for some suspicious reason. I feel like they're not actually like in love with each other. And I feel like a lot of times people are put together for like PR stunts, you know, people are like, these celebrities would look good together. It'll be a good publicity stunt. So I don't know if there's like genuine love there or if they're doing it for like the publicity and like, you know, but yeah, that's an iffy one because I've always kind of questioned Kim and Kanye's relationship, to be honest.
So, and thank you for that. Now, by you questioning the relationship, that question, was it on the realness or was it the reason? The reason, like the realness of the relationship or the reason behind it? Which one do you kind of go closer to?
I'd say both. I feel like it just seems kind of fake. Like everything's kind of for show. And like, I haven't really watched much of Keeping Up with the Kardashians because I don't really, like, that doesn't excite me. But I just feel like it's all just for the TV, for the show, and for, you know, for people that are their fans to be like, oh, and they have these kids together. And I don't know if it's like genuine. I feel like there's definitely like something going on there. And I don't know. I feel like Kim be playing with other people.
Now, when you say Kim plays, now it's funny that you mentioned in terms of playing with other people or so forth, because this family, and that you mentioned Keeping Up with the Kardashians, right? Because I know that series is over, but in a sense, are we not always trying to keep up with the Kardashians? Have they been able to really transcend from the TV and to the news? You know what I mean? Like, are they taking that same thing? Like, do you get those vibes? Like, do you get those vibes? Like, you know, it's all about the TV.
Honestly, I didn't even know the show ended because I don't watch it at all. I thought it was gonna go on for like ever, so I didn't know the show's done. But yeah, I don't really hear as much about them in the news as, you know, like when you see their advertisements for shows and stuff. But I feel like everyone that is like, you know, surrounded and following their family is always going to try to keep up with the Kardashians, no matter show, no show. They're going to look into their lives, look at Kim's Instagram posts, whatever. Like people are always watching. Like when you're up there and you have that kind of status, people are always watching you, everything you do. Like if you're in a relationship, you're at a beach with somebody that's not your husband or whatever, like photographers, people see you. Like you don't have no privacy when you're up there, you know? So I feel like honestly, if there was a little slip up, any like fakeness, whatever, and it got caught, that would just be the shining moment right there to prove. Like if anybody caught a picture of Kim with another man, you know, confirmed. Like I just feel like they just need that confirmation, but everybody's always very like careful when they're up there because they know that everybody's always watching them like at every angle all the time. So yeah, they definitely have no privacy, which kind of sucks.
Now let me ask you this: do you think now when you look at who they are now, you got her sisters. I think Kylie. You got Kylie. I think is a billionaire. You got Kim, who's a billionaire. You got Kendall, who was this phenomenal model, right? So you have this family that really started out in the media. In the media, you look at her dad. You know what I mean? You look at he was an attorney. He was on the same defense team as for OJ, right? Like. Could they have? Let's look on the possibility of could they have helped who they were? Do you think there's any way for these women, including their mother, right? Because some people would say that she is an opportunist to the T. Is there any way that they could actually have just made their way and say, hey, they earned it, they deserved it? Do you think it's possible that one, they could have really like earn their way, or were they destined for greatness because their dad was a high like on TV? What do you think?
I don't know if because you're born into that kind of thing most of the times. When your family's famous, you are just born into that. And I don't feel like, respectfully, I don't feel like any of the Kardashians have any kind of special uniqueness or talent that would have really made them known to blow up on their own if they weren't connected to Bruce or I don't really look into them that much. So it's not like I'm hating or anything, but I mean, from what I know, one of them does a cosmetic like makeup brand. That's so overdone. Like they're all beautiful. That's like, what do they really have going for them? Do they have real jobs? Are they making a difference in the world? No. So if they weren't born into such a rich and famous family, I'm pretty sure all of the Kardashian sisters would be nobodies, in my opinion. Like, unless one of them decided to maybe get into acting. But again, the only acting they've ever done is their reality show, which is all scripted. So I don't think any of them would have ever made it, to be honest. You really need to have something special or unique to make you, like nowadays, everybody's doing cosmetic brands and all these like, TikTokers, James Charles, all these Jeffree Star, they're all doing makeup stuff, whatever. And like reality new. So like really what makes them different from everyone else that if they weren't born into that family, they would have been like, oh, look, it's this person, they're special. So no, I don't think they would have made it, to be honest.
Okay. And you know what? It's almost like, I know nepotism is something like helping people like who you're related to, like come up or so forth. But, being something that they were born into, maybe not, right? But the thing is, when you look at like their success and when you look at them being able to like penetrate the market that was already saturated, you know what I mean? Like if we're saturated with so many things, clothes, beauty, makeup, we could say that their dad was, a leg up. But like, how many leg ups do you do with all of them? Like you see, when you've been watching the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, you see how they're living. It's like hellacious. It's hellacious.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, give me 1 second. My mom's calling me. Could you mute me? For
Yes. And what is really exciting is the fact that when you actually have individuals, when you're talking about, when you're talking about individuals that have either make it on their own or they're made it because, of their parents, is it fair? Is it not? Like, who's to say? Like, and it's really interesting with them because you almost don't know. Now, their mom. Now, you got their mom. You have her as the mother of all, and she's been grooming these children, right? They were little girls when their dad was on TV, but who has been the one grooming them since then? right? It's been mom manager. So whatever it's been mom manager for sure. So what I think is, yeah. And the thing is, she's actually done a real thorough job. Chris, I was talking about her mom. You know, when you look at their mom, she's been very, very strategic. You know, that mom knew, I want to eat filet mignon for the rest of my life. You understand? I want to make sure I stay accustomed to the way in which I was living. Okay. She was not going to steer too far to the right, too far to the left, because, hey, shit, mom knew money. You know, mom was used to living good. She's like, and I got these. She got so many daughters, they all these K's. Like, she's like, I got to make sure I take care of them. Do you think, in terms of their mom, do you think their mom had a lot to do with their success? Or do you think it was still kind of like tiptoeing and piggybacking off of dad? Which do you think was more of a possible weight?
Well, I don't know too much about the mom, to be honest. I don't really know much about their family, to be honest. But I guess from what I would assume or what I see, they are female and their mom is female. So, for, like, you know, they followed their mom more because she was, you know, makeup and that kind of like girly girl lifestyle and all that kind of flashiness is something that more, because their dad was, I think he was a runner or something. So I feel like they most likely took after the diva lifestyle of their mom. Yeah.
Now you have, oh my goodness, you do have, when you look at, what is his name? He did transition. He was the star of the Olympic star that she was married to. What is his name? That Bruce Jenner. Yes,
Bruce Jenner. Yeah.
It's Caitlyn, right?
Caitlyn. Yeah.
So now you also, when you're looking at this family, like, that was pretty huge. So you have Bruce Jenner, who used to be Caitlyn Jenner, who was, I mean, definitely successful. So mom has had successful husbands. She had the attorney, right? And now she had Bruce. Now, getting to be Caitlyn Jenner, we definitely, you know, everyone has their own wishes in terms of who they want to be, who they want to be portrayed. But that was a big, if I'm not mistaken, that was pretty huge, or for the family, in terms of putting them on the map, or really shedding so much light. Do you remember, like, how things were? Like, do you remember that? Like, what were your thoughts about that when it happened? Like, what were your thoughts?
Honestly, I was kind of surprised. I didn't really, as I said, I didn't really know too much about the family or study them, so it didn't affect me. But when my mom had told me, I was like, oh, okay, like, that's good for him. Like, I just thought it was weird because you know, it was like a family full of females and he was the only guy, right? So it's like a dad raising a bunch of daughters and living with, and then now it's a house full of full of females. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Like, I didn't really look too much or read too much into it, but I definitely thought that was I guess a plot twister.
Yeah. Now,
And for their lives, yeah.
Do you think that was something that kind of like gave them notoriety as well? Like, being as though, like, it seemed to, I'm not sure how much it caught the family by surprise. Do you think that gave them more notoriety in terms of the press, in terms of what's going on, or as a family at that time? Do you think that gave them more notoriety?
I feel like it definitely gave the like people who didn't know who the Kardashian family before definitely did after that, for sure. Again, like, I didn't even like really bat my eyes their way or anything, knew much about them until my mom had brought that up, and then I kind of a little bit looked into them. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Now listen, Chris, I just want to say, one, thank you so much for being here. This means the world to me that you're being here. Thank you. You all, I just want to listen. Oh, it's my pleasure. Yo, you've been doing some phenomenal things. So I really want some people to really get to know who you are as well. So for everyone who is here, thank you for being here. If you're new, welcome. Thank you so much. This is the Daily with Dimples. We are now talking to Chronic Chris, really about like some keeping up with the Kardashians type stuff. We saw Kim Kardashian. She like headlined in Saturday Night Live, and she had Kanye West in tow. Now, allegedly, they're in the middle of a divorce, right? But is this have anything to do with this divorce, or is this something that like they're just trying to be supportive to each other? So we're kind of just talking about that, kind of figure out, is there an angle? Like, the Kardashians been known to have some type of angle, and you know, for real, truth be told, Kim Kardashian got really popular with that Ray J tape. Okay. Yeah, so her claim to fame really came under the sheets a
Yeah.
little bit, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering, is this a part of them, just trying to really just like, I don't know, use what's going on as a way like to be able to bring notoriety to her? Or are they really like, do they really love each other?
Right.
So that's what we're talking about right now. Now we have Chronic Chris here. Chronic Chris here. I want to just take a couple moments to talk about you. You have been doing some phenomenal things, and I'm excited. Yes, and please tell me, let us get to know you a bit. Who are you? Where are you from? What made you start streaming?
So I'm Chronic Chris. I live in Toronto, Canada, and I've been on here for about 8, 9 months. I didn't really know anything about streaming in this sense. I only really knew about Instagram live stream, and then my friends had showed me this app, and we were just hanging out at their house one day, and they were doing randoms, and I was like, this seems fun. I like this. So they're like, download it right now, and I was like, okay, downloaded it, made an account, and I didn't know anything about the diamonds or the money or any of that. I just went around, versed random people. I was addicted to it all night. I was just versing random people because I had no faves or anything.
Okay.
And I had hit my 1 milli back in June, and I always kind of questioned if I would be here in the summer, if I would be here in the fall. Like I didn't know if this was really for me for like the long run, I guess. And I stuck it out for the summer, and I mean, I've been doing great things. I had hosted an animal battle royale a couple weeks ago. That was pretty huge for me. I got my name out there. I got some big people favoriting me, so that was a lot of fun. I'm hoping to host another one in November probably. um and yeah, like I've been doing pretty good. I mean, I had just hit my 7 milli about 3 or 4 days ago, and I'm already almost at 8. So I've been very blessed to have a lot of support and be doing really good recently.
That is,
And yeah.
yeah, you were actually suited and booted up on Chris Casper's
Oh my God, yes. I
show.
was on Chris Casper's show as well. For all of you guys that don't know, I was on Suited Up a couple weeks ago. Yes.
Okay. Okay, how was that experience for you? Because that's kind of a big deal for streamers, for top streamers, because you are a top streamer. That's a big deal. Tell me how that was. So humble. Tell me how that was to be on his show. Like, how was that?
For me, it was definitely a nerve-wracking experience because I've always, ever since I found out who he was, I've always like looked at Chris Casper kind of like he's like one of the big guys. And because everybody kind of fantasizes over the top badges and whatever, but for me, it's more about the fact that he's doing big, good things on this app, and he works for the app. And like, I don't know, I wouldn't mind working for the app. I have so many ideas for the app. So to me, he's more of an idol than any top badge who's making millions of diamonds every week, right? So from when I got invited to be on his show, I was like, oh my God, it's Chris Casper. Like I've never even talked to him. Like I was so nervous. And then when I got on there, it literally felt like I was interviewing for a job, but like as if top badge was a job. Like it felt like I was interviewing for a top badge. I was like, this is weird. But he was just trying to get to know me, ask me about my streaming and my goals and whatever. And it was definitely a good experience. Smurfy was on the show as well right after me. I had a lot of fun. I definitely thought I was gonna be like I was sweating buckets, but he's definitely a cool person. Like talking to him face to face, and like when you like meet the inner shell of that person, and they're actually very nice, and he was making jokes with me, and he already knew some facts about me beforehand. So I had fun on the show, and I think it was a good way to get my name out there as well.
Nice, nice. So listen, but let's look at this battle royale. This battle royale that you put together was one of the biggest things the app has ever seen. It's really one of the biggest things that the app has ever seen. Like, did you know, like, when you were putting it together, one, what made you put it together? But two, did you know or even fathom that was going to be as huge as it was?
No and no. So when I had originally came up with the idea back in probably September, maybe August, it was originally going to be an animal gift auction. And I don't know, I never had thought about a battle royale or anything. And then I was watching Travel Bay had did a gift elimination battle royale, and that was the first one I'd ever seen. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And I was talking to a couple friends, and they were like, why don't you do that animal gift auction idea and turn it into a battle royale instead? And I'm like, You know what? I was thinking about that, but I just feel like I'm not ready. Like I was only at 3 mil at the time. I was like, I feel like I'm still a small fry, you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of just held on to that idea. I didn't really, I kept it on the hush because I didn't want anyone to steal it. And I just, for a month, I just planned it in the works very slowly. And I just wanted to wait until I thought I had the credibility to host it because I wanted top badges and bigger people in it. And then I think it was when Dalvin had hit my 5 milli, I was like, okay, I think it's time to put this plan into action. So I started I made a little poster. I posted on Instagram because I had just made a Chronic Chris Meet Me Instagram. That was literally the reason I made my Chronic Chris Meet Me Instagram was for the Royale. And, now it's been thriving. So thank God for that. And, I had Dalvin and PYT were the first two to sign up top badges. And as soon as that happened, I was like, this might be big for me. Like this might be good for me. So I had to try to find more big people to be their opponents and and try to fill it up with that high standard. And yeah, I mean, I didn't even look at my faves list until the weekend was over, but I probably had like about 200. And I definitely saw some big names. Like the people that were shooting, they in my head they're participating too, even if they're not in the Royale, right? So to
Exactly.
see Shaquille O'Neal and Dizzy and R and Bay and all these big people shooting, like I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then I would go into streams afterwards and they would compliment me and be like, you did really good with that. So that definitely made me feel good and made me feel like I definitely made a change, even if it was, something small.
Oh,
So
wow, wow. Listen, I was excited. I mean, like it was so exciting to see. Sometimes in our minds, we may think we're the little dog, right? But hey, but we beat a big dog. You know what I mean? We beat a big dog just waiting for our that growl to
that
come out.
moment to shine. Yep. Can I
Yes,
just say, in my battle royale, some of the underdogs really just did their outshining moments. Like there was one top badge that we all thought would make it to semifinals, and she didn't. It was an underdog that beat her. So you never know, and that's why for me it was like I didn't think about being in a battle, but I thought hosting one would be a good experience because I get to see the underdogs maybe take over, and that
yes,
would now I'm ready. Like that was just like a confirmation, and now I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready to battle somebody. So
yes.
it was definitely a good experience, and I'm very excited to host another one soon. So
Okay, so we got that in the works. We have that in the works in terms of the Royale, possibly for November, which is exciting, exciting, exciting. Now, what about somebody for top badge? I'm just saying. I'm wondering, is that something that you see? Is that something that you see? And listen, before you answer that, I just want to say, you all, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you. It is a blessing for me to see all y'all, for you to be here and take a part of the Triple D, y'all. This is the Daily Dish with Dimples. We take a moment to take what's going on the outside, bring it to the inside, and we talk to some of your favorite streamers about it. So we get an opportunity to learn about people, to bring some people together, and we're networking. Right now, we're talking to Chronic Chris, who's been doing some phenomenal things and really just seeing what he's doing, what he's going to do, how he's doing. And I just asked him a question about Top Badge and where he saw it in his future or what he thought about it. Because he's showing up.
uh well, to be honest, I had never really thought of me being a top badge or looking into it or anything like that. I was just on here for fun. And when I had hit 5 milli, I think I like 2 days later I hit the 5,000 phase. And I was gonna wait to send in my application. I wasn't in a rush to send it. I wanted to think things over. And people were like, just send it in because some people wait a long, long time and could be months. So I sent it in a couple weeks ago, and I mean, I think last week I had tried a couple days to try to get 500 views because that's kind of one of the things you're supposed to have. And I was just sitting there probably 8 to 10 hours every day trying to get these 500 views. So I kind of gave up on that part. But regardless of that, I'm still very determined, and I'm still, still pushing and doing great, regardless of whether they look at me or not. Again, it was something that it's not like I came onto this app where I always looked up to top badges to become one of them. So if they don't give me it, if they do give me it, I'm fine either way. Obviously, if I would be very happy if I got it, and I would love to make a bigger impact on this app. I feel like a lot of not a lot. I feel like there are some top badges out there that could, use a little more content or maybe even get a not saying have a board like me, but have a board period. I feel like a lot of times there is a little bit of content and creativity and uniqueness lacking when it comes to these streams, and everybody's kind of just a streamer sitting there in front of a wall. It's just all the same. So I
Right.
just kind of wanted to be something unique and different. And I don't really need a top badge to define me or show me. Everybody knows I have, like, respectfully, one of the best boards on the app, top badge or not. Like, I'm thriving. I've been doing really good. And yeah, I would love a top badge, but if I don't get it, I still have all these friends that support me and that I continue to support, and I will be fine on here either way. But as I said, it would be pretty cool to become one. Yeah.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. Listen, you know what? Keep it real, Chris. You know, it's a part of us that says, you know, I value what you just said, because when you know your worth and you know, I'm like, hey, I'm doing amazing things. I'm going to keep doing amazing things, and a badge or not having a badge is not going to stop me. And that's what you call like that real genuine internal spirit that says, hey, I want this regardless. And when you can say that and like have that fervor behind it, like kudos to you. Great for you, because we're going to get the energy. We're going to get the smoke regardless. You know what I mean? We're going to get top badge smoke, or we're going to get Chris Chronic smoke. You understand? Because it's just you, because of the love you have for this app, or connecting with people and putting out phenomenal events. So big kudos for you for that. And I wish you the best of success. I want to say thank you all so much. And listen, everyone, I want to take a moment to thank everyone. Smurfy, thank you, Smurfy, for being here. Chronic Chris, thank you so much for just weighing in on Kim Kardashian. Didn't mean to rap that, okay? But thank you for weighing in. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to get to know you. Good luck to you in all of your affairs. Like, I'm excited. Listen, if y'all missed for any reason, if y'all missed off on that first Royale, better not miss this other one, okay? Because
Let's be at the next one. It's gonna be extra spicy.
yes. So
Thank you
listen,
so
please
much.
take a moment just to fave Chronic Chris, because he is just really a mogul in the making. So I'm just happy to see you at this stage, happy to connect with you. Thank you. God bless you. And y'all make sure y'all hit the fave, hit the star on him, so that you can visit him, see and get ready for his next Royale, for you can really see his continuous progress and growth throughout this application and off of it. God bless y'all. Listen,
Thank
thank you
you
so
so much.
much.
You are amazing. Thank you again.
Thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. Listen, you all, I'm super excited. I really appreciate. Thank you for the gifts. Thank y'all for your presence. Your presence is really a present to me. Like, this is the first edition of the Daily Dish with Dimples, and it's really exciting because, hey y'all, we're here a lot. We're just here, right? So we want to kind of see what people are doing, like on the outside, because listen, I reduced my cable bill. Thank you so much. I reduced my cable bill because I was on here a great bit, right? So we really want to give people an opportunity to see what's going on in the outside world, bring it here. And we have featured guests to talk about like things that are popping with celebrities, things that are popping in the news. Listen, you all, when we come back, I'm not sure. Yeah, by the time we come back, we want to pray that William Shatner, Captain Kirk, had a very successful trip up to space. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Captain Kirk was going to go on the same way. Yeah, he is actually the guy that Amazon. His I'm not sure his name. His name Bezos. What is Jeff Bezos? Jeff Bezos was the first person that was a non-aircraft type NASA person that did it. I believe he was going the Bezos way. Okay, it probably was a little bit cheap, whatever, but I believe he was going the Bezos way. So listen, coming up next week, we're going to check in on Captain Kirk. We want to see if he indeed made history, what being the oldest person. He's 90, right? We want to see if Captain Kirk made history again, because he made history with Star Trek, because we got a lot of Trekkies, right? But we also want to see if he made like history with being the first, like the 90-year-old to space. All right. Before we go, I definitely want to say, hey, big shout out to Jennifer Lawrence. If you all are not familiar with Jennifer Lawrence did the Hunger Games. Listen, she did the Hunger Games, right? But guess what? Jennifer Lawrence real hungry now, or she's probably a little bit hungrier than usual, because she's expecting a baby. Yes. We want to say congratulations to Jennifer Lawrence, because she is expecting her first child. Yes, she actually got, yeah, right. She actually got married October of 2019 to Mr. Mahoney. His name is her husband's name is Cook. Yeah, Cook Maroney, and she tied the knot with him on 10/19/19. So she's coming up on 2 years anniversary, and they're actually they're expecting. So she gonna be a little hungry now. Okay, if she wasn't hungry before, she's gonna be a little hungrier now. And listen, another thing that I kind of want to be to talk about. Judge Judy, we're going to find out why Judge Judy has been on for ages, right? And y'all know her bailiff. Y'all seen her bailiff. I know y'all know Judge Judy, right? And if anyone has ever seen Judge Judy, you seen her bailiff. Her bailiff is that African American guy, right? His name is Bird, Mr. Bird. Well, guess what? He's a little ticked off. Okay, he's a little ticked off with Judge Judy, and he's been her right hand for years. But I would like y'all to come back next week just to kind of find out why he's a little bit, perturbed with Judge Judy, and who is going to get perturbed with Judge Judy. Okay, like I want to know. So listen, if you're interested in finding out why Bird is like a little disgruntled with Judge Judy, make sure you hit the star to favorite me so that you get a notification when I'm on. Remember that the Triple D, the daily dish with Dimples, is every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to find out about William Shatner. We're going to find out why he's ticked off. And guess what? I want to tell you. Listen, you all, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I thank you. I'm totally excited that you all took the time to be here. I thank you so much. I will be back probably later on today, but guess what? It is amazing, and things are flowing very, very well. So I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time. Let's just keep going and doing what we're doing. Let's make sure we love each other, love one another. Like, yeah, let's take care of each other while we're here. Take care of your family. Stay safe. Thank you so very, very much. Yes, thank you so very, very much. Listen, I look forward to seeing y'all soon. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much. Listen, this has been the Daily Dish with Dimples. Thank you so much for being here. So listen, you all, we're going to wind down now. Yes. Thank you. Thank y'all for being here. We're going to wind down now. Thank you for being respectful for everyone is here. Their takes, their not takes, but I appreciate it. And thank you for your presence. Mwah. I will see y'all next week. No. I will see y'all later. Okay. I will see you later. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to be signing off. I will see y'all soon. This has been the Daily Dish with Dimples. Mwah, mwah, mwah. God bless y'all. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.